Well,
what?
he asked you a question. Will you help me?
You shouldn't have been listening.
I was, and I didn't need to. That was me talking. You can't see me, can you? You look at me and you can't see me. Do you have an idea what that's like? I'm not on the phone, I'm right here. Standing in front of you. Please, just see me.
You go away, okay? You go a long way away.
Clara leaves the Doctor, unable to deal with the loss of her Doctor. He heads off into the universe, heartbroken and deeply angry. But the anger isn't at the Daleks nor the droids, but instead himself. Why did he choose this face? Why this face? Angered and internally tormented, the timeline shifts, taking us into darkness. With the Doctor fed up, he fails to even try to save Blue, the pilot facing the Dalek War, meaning the events of Into the Dalek never happened. Dealing with the events of the robot of Sherwood just in much quicker time, the Doctor eventually finds himself back at Coal Hill School. Meeting Clara once again, her sadness towards him turns to anger. Why is he still trying? Just leave her alone. The Doctor is deeply hurt by this. Eventually the day is saved and Clara and the Doctor once again part ways, now with a greater distaste for one another. Kill the Moon again happens much faster and the Doctor kills the Moon. As the Moon is obliterated, the Doctor finds himself caught in a fight against the Boneless. However, with no Clara to help save the day, and Missy's plans in jeopardy, after all, if the Doctor dies here, she can never try to win her best friend back. She activates a squad of Cybermen and they attack and defeat the Boneless, with Missy using a device of her own making to restore the blue box. The 12th Doctor is rightfully confused. Where did the Cybermen come from? Why did they help him? And who created the device which restored the TARDIS? With the Doctor on the scent of the Cybermen and Missy, he does what he can, but there are no leads. Attempting to use the telepathic circuits thinking of the Cybermen, the TARDIS takes off, but when the Doctor's phone rings and the TARDIS plays a cry for help from Clara about her lover Danny Pink, the telepathic circuits are altered and the TARDIS lands at 3W. With the episode playing out nearly identical with the exception of no Clara, the Doctor eventually reaches the streets of London where he is reunited with his old friend, the Master. UNIT arrives and detain the two Time Lords, and the Cybermen obviously eventually fly to the skies. On board the presidential plane, events play out literally the same. The main change here is towards the end of the episode, where Missy offers the Doctor to join him. Over the course of Series 8, the Doctor deeply ponders if he is a good man, and through the events of Into the Dalek, Robot of Sherwood, Flatline and so much more, he sees who he truly is. But this time, with events not happening and others altered, the Doctor reaches a different conclusion. His companion left him. His companion hates him. So no, he isn't a good man. The Doctor accepts Missy's proposal, and the two head off in his TARDIS to save the day across the cosmos. The Doctor, fueled by a deep passion to become good once more and save as many lives as he can through any means necessary. At one point, however, the Doctor and Clara do wake up together, with the events of last Christmas still occurring. Something within the Doctor starts to shift. As him and Clara talk and the Doctor's darker tendencies are challenged by both Clara and Santa, something deep within him changes. However, the group wakes up and the Doctor doesn't even go back for Clara. As Davros hunts for the Doctor and Missy arrive with the Cybermen to conquer Skaro. This is done and the Daleks are defeated once and for all. In Under the Lake and Before the Flood, the base is destroyed, with the threat of humanity's destruction being too high. The Maya are defeated and the Zygon Rebellion is stopped thanks again to the Doctor, the Missy, and their cyber army. However, now Unit 2 start to see the darker side to the Doctor, knowing where this could one day lead, especially with Missy whispering in his ear, tempting him to the dark side more and more every day. Unit begins recruiting old companions and allies of the Doctor. With the Trap Street located, the Cybermen arrive and make easy work of the aliens. Heaven Sent and Hellbent don't happen, and neither do the events of River Song or Dr. Mysterio. The puddle creatures are located and destroyed, and the Smile droids are too. The monster under the Thames killed and the wooden house destroyed. The monks don't happen, and we eventually arrive at World Enough and Time. As the Doctor and Missy arrive with a handful of Cybermen, they take control of the top deck and head downstairs. Arriving, they are met with Mondasian Cybermen alongside, of course, Harold Saxon, who also takes a different approach. Seeing the darker side of the Doctor, but still deeply displeased, because after all he will never stand with the Doctor. And remember, at the heart of all this, the Doctor still does what he does to save the day. As the events play out similar, but however, obviously two cyber armies now go head to head alongside the Doctor, the Master and Missy having their own personal challenges. Eventually the day is saved and the Master escapes, but not before he kills Missy. This is where the Doctor becomes infuriated. Reaching inside the pocket of his dead best friend, he finds his confession dial. It opens and he is taken in. Ending up on Gallifrey, the Doctor becomes the High President and has Missy revived. But something itches deep inside him. As the Doctor's good becomes more distant from his surface bad side, his consciousness soon begins to split. And as Missy uses the cyber army to attack Gallifrey, seeing a chance to rule over time herself, she goes head to head up against the Doctor, who at this point is also fairly evil and twisted with his Time Lord army. As the Time War 2 commences at the end of the universe, just this time not between the Daleks and instead between the Time Lords and the Cybermen, eventually the Doctor wins. However, since he joined Missy, as we know, he has become more and more twisted, and having the woman he just revived turn on him too pushed him over the edge. All of that, paired by a second Time War, turned this Doctor utterly and totally nasty. No one should have to go through what he has, and that's why he vows to re-enter the universe with his Time Lord army and wage war, becoming ruler of time and space. With the Doctor severely weakened from the war, before becoming the ultimate ruler, he needs a new body. Having the Sisters of Khan brought to him on Gallifrey, they hand him a potion to make him regenerate. Remember, we mentioned how his consciousness was beginning to split. Well, as the Doctor completely decides to follow his darker side, the split snaps. A bioregeneration occurs, one Doctor being 12, the Doctor's darkened, twisted version, and the other being 13, full of all the good of the Doctor. In the panic and confusion of what's happened, she manages to escape the High Council and steals a TARDIS. Knowing the sheer danger heading for the universe, she heads to Earth. Frantically remembering Clara, she saves her and heads to Unit, which by this point has been arming itself up to the teeth in preparation of the Doctor turning evil. Unit has also now got several more allies of the Doctor working for them: Jo Jones, Ace, Tegan, Luke, and so many more. With the 13th Doctor filling them in, she knows the twos are linked and he will come for her, knowing she is the only one who could ever stop him. The group plan a trap and 12 arrives alongside his Time Lord soldiers. They begin an occupation of Earth, with Unit defending London at all costs. However, London falls and 12 and the Time Lords storm into the Black Archive. but they find it empty. Where is 13? Where is all the tech? The door seals and 12 is locked inside. No TARDIS can come to rescue him. TARDIS proof, remember, she says, as 13 steps out of the shadows. He tells her she has minutes before the rest of his army arrive. She says all she needs is 5. Using her sonic, the nuclear detonation countdown begins, and she tells him she doesn't want to do this, but she knows she has to. She learned that from him. He can either use the gun on the desk, a gun in 3 parts, able to kill a Time Lord stone dead, and he will then resync with her, or let the bomb go off, only to resync anyway. 12 gloats, saying he'll let it go off, that way she can resync, knowing in herself she killed millions. Even if that timeline will cease to exist, she'll know she did it. 13 smiles. Heh, no I won't. She points her sonic to the mind wipe of the Black Archive and activates it. Before 12 can even shout no, the bomb detonates and the 12th Doctor dies. As the bioregeneration resyncs, we are back on Gallifrey. 12's regeneration takes place as it should, and he becomes 13. With the Doctor's good consciousness back in the driving seat, she stands down her army on Gallifrey, but knowing the dark tendencies still exist within her and not trusting this war-fueled Gallifrey society, she stays president and aims to change the whole Time Lord society for the better, before then returning to the universe. But what happens when she finds out about the truth of her origins? What happens when she finds out that the Master is still alive? And how does she react learning about how the Daleks have returned on Earth en masse? With the dark side of the Doctor still existing within her, alongside a Time Lord army, and all of this happening, who knows what will happen next? So there we have it. This one went a little bit more fanfiction-y than the others, but that's because a few of you did ask for that, so I hope you enjoyed. By the way, we will have a What If video out every Tuesday. Not necessarily every Saturday, but there will still be a video out every Saturday. That might be a theory, that maybe might be a review or a podcast. So videos every Tuesday and Saturday, but every Tuesday will definitely be a What If, unless I'm ill or something, and I put that up on the community tab or the Discord. So join below. And subscribe, please, and like if you enjoy this, and obviously I'll be making more, so please do all of those if you really like these, because I know that you do like these, so please just support me a little bit more. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.